Okay, we're here tonight with another mod for the PS2. I got the OEM Sony network adapter. I was able to luckily get this just off Amazon. It was used in very good condition, it said, and it came in excellent condition. I was very happy. Doesn't seem to be any scuffs or marks on it. Cleaned it up, it's good as new, I figure. I got the SATA IDE upgrade kit, also from Amazon. Got it for like 20 bucks. And that's Canadian dollars, which are almost worthless at this point. So, yep, these parts came cheap, and they were exactly what I need to perform this upgrade for the SATA connection so that I can use modern hard drives. This is an IDE connection, which is older technology that we used to use with our hard drives and CD-ROMs and such back in the day. We no longer use that, but we've moved on, so I'm going to be able to perform the upgrade kit. And the good thing is with the OEM adapters that I'll be able to retain the network functionality on this, whereas you can actually get cheap knockoff SATA conversion where it looks similar to this and it's just a SATA connector here, which is perfect for just if you need a hard drive, and I'm sure that serves most people fine. But I wanted to keep the network functionality, especially when working with Homebrew, because that can often facilitate updates and all kinds of extra functionality beyond what it was designed for. So I'll be able to utilize that, maybe even network loading games, all kinds of possibilities. So I wanted to keep that and have the SATA, and this is the only option you can get, I believe. So this is widely available. This is the only game in town, I believe. So let's go ahead and remove these screws. This process should be pretty straightforward, I'm assuming. Let's get into it and find out. Looks like those little screws in there, I was thinking they might be a part of the connector, but I think they might be holding down this plate too, so we'll take those out to be sure. Some crispy screws on this PlayStation. So that's what releases the RF shield. Put that off to the side, and now I believe we need to release these boards. That appears to be a Torx bit that it's using. Not sure if my multi-bit will actually be that small. No, I don't believe so. That's okay, because I do have an iFixit kit here. I will solve that for us. You guys will have to bear with me here. I believe that is a T7. Yes. As you can see, these screws are in tight and crispy. Each one of the screws that came out of this really cracked when it popped. Okay, so let's just figure this out together now. These ribbon cable connectors are often different. And it looks like this is the style where you pull to release the tabs, which they don't give you a lot of room here to work with. And that's how you release that. But I think we actually need to release the cable from this. It looks like it because I think I'm replacing this cable with the new one. And I'm not sure if I could possibly use this one. I don't see why not, but they wouldn't have shipped that cable if this one worked fine, I would think. I don't know why they would add the expense of that if this was fully fine. So let's just, for the sake of that logic at least, go ahead and first find out what is actually keeping this on. I see a spring down here too, so I definitely want to be aware of that. Unfortunately, I think I need to remove it to be able to at least see that connector well. So this side has released. Let's take a look inside of there. It must be hanging on by a connector there in the back, which looks like it should just come straight up. There we go. So that gives me more room to work with now. And okay, so what I also need to do is release this power connector, because that is going to plug into here. See, they allow you to reuse this cable, which I'm sure is fine. But this one here, I think they must want you to change it. So let's just go ahead, and it's the same idea on this side where you want to pull the two tabs on each side up. One side sure is a lot easier than the other. There we go, they're both released. That should release the cable. So we got the blue side back here, so I think we just want to go ahead and just put that right back in the same way, like that, with the connector released. Then you lock it down. Now it's in the locked position. So that is installed. Then you get your power cable. And which way do they want that plugged in? It looks like this way. So that plugged in like that. Get this back into its place, and you want to make sure, see, there's this connector back here, a little connector that goes into that little socket. So you definitely want to make sure that's lined up like that. And then it's got a couple little clips that hold everything down. So then it also comes with these spacers. And this part's going to take a little bit of finesse too, I believe. So here, with these little torque screws that we got, we need to shape all this into that position so that the power cable seems like it came like configured the wrong way for this. Like they could have maybe flipped the power connector the other way or something, but maybe I could have also plugged it in a different way. Either way, it's fine. I've got it shaped now. I'm just trying to kind of get it to learn its place so that when the spacers are in there, it wants to look something like that. So just try to train it a little bit for those cables to flex back. We're going to try to use these OEM screws to put it all back together. So I'm going to, this will be tricky. Something like that. I'm going to leave it just a little bit loose. And now what I need to be able to do is slide that into place. And they're not going to make that easy because there's even a ridge right there. It's not smooth. Actually, I think I might need to flip it up over that ledge. Like that. I know you guys can't see, but I think I got it back into place. And again, I think I'm going to want to use these OEM screws. It looks like they supply some of their own, which are actually a little longer. And to be honest with you, that screw felt like it might be a bit short. So I think it might be a better idea to use these. These are Phillips screws. Because this old one, it never had a spacer and it went flat, and those screws are a bit shorter. So yeah, let's just use these longer screws. Can't see anything there because of that spacer, but I think I got it in place now. So with that new one in place, I want to remove this older, shorter one. Check my cabling and stuff here. I think that's all going to be fine. I'm going to shape that a little better down there. The ribbon cable looks like it found a nice home. So without disturbing that spacer too much, I want to lift that out of there. Keep that little bit of pressure applied to hold the spacer in place. Move in one of those new screws. And then see if we can get it tightened back up. So, try to get things centered up here. Tighten that down. Same thing here. I'm going to move it up a little bit from this edge too, I think. Feels like a good idea. So, that all in there and tight. You'll see now that this SATA has the power and data connection all in one. No longer needing this extra power connector over here. That's plugged in right here. And we have that cable routed down out of the way. Everything else is back in place and tight. So we'll go ahead and put the RF shield back on. Actually, what I will do is put these original OEM screws back in their holes here, just because they were there when we started. No reason why they can't be there when we finish. Okay, so they're back in place. Let's go ahead and put the outside screws in here. All that clip back on. We have the SATA connector there. We should just have to put these 5 screws back in and we'll be finished. There you go. We're all done. We have the network adapter now with SATA connection. It's a very simple mod. It's something that I believe anybody could do if they wanted. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get a hard drive plugged into this next. That'll be probably for another time, but I'll be installing a new hard drive with this connector and installing free HD boot onto the hard drive, which then I'll be able to use to make a free McBoot memory card here that I've already gone ahead and pre-labeled. So once I create my free McBoot memory card, I'll be able to load all the homebrew that I need from this hard drive, and being a 3 terabyte hard drive now, I'll have to run the new not sure how new it is anymore, but it's facilitates exFAT partitioning, so I'll be able to, after I do the free HD boot exploit using this hard drive, I'll reformat it to exFAT to make it a lot easier to interface with my computer, and everything can be drag and drop from there. So I'll be doing all that with this and the PS2 that I restored in our previous videos, so that'll all be coming up soon. So if you guys enjoy this kind of content, stick around, and it'll be fun to hang out with you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.